Begin tonight in the foothills, where a former town councilman is accused of shooting a teenager in the face after that teen came onto his property to ask if he could take homecoming pictures there.
So this happened almost 2 years ago, just east of Conifer. That teen survived. The friend who was with him at the time testified today at the trial of Brent Metz, who is now facing assault, menacing, and firearm charges. Your reporter in the foothills, Alan Janae, brings us the latest from the courtroom, where that trial is expected to last until Friday.
This case in Jefferson County is one with a unique defense. The prosecution believes it's cut and dry, that Brent Metz showed up where two teens were outside his girlfriend's property and fired into a vehicle where they were sitting, hitting one of them in the face. But the defense is claiming that the gun that Metz pulled went off accidentally. At the end of the day of testimony, Brent Metz and his attorneys emerged from the courthouse where they heard the allegations laid out. Attorneys began the day trying to define the case ahead, with Judge Brent Klein listening to the prosecution first.
They picked the wrong house, and they picked the wrong people.
The house is a scenic property in the foothills of Jefferson County, where the two teenage boys went to ask if they could take homecoming photos. They went up and knocked on the door. Then, when no one was home, back off the property to sit in their car by the road to write a note asking for permission. Metz pulled up in his truck and pulled a gun when he got out. The defense says he didn't mean to fire.
This gun goes off in his hand without his intention.
The boys were spotted on cameras at the property, and Metz's girlfriend, who owned the home, had called 911.
He came in hot. He knew exactly who was there because he was watching them on a video. And he knew they did nothing more than what you're going to see that they did. But he decided, rather than to wait for law enforcement, that he was going to teach these boys a lesson and approach them aggressively.
Metz's attorneys say he had good knowledge of weapons, but they blamed the gun, a Sig Sauer P320.
And he was being as careful with his sidearm as he had been every other day when this happened. But it happened anyway.
The victim is yet to testify in this case, but his friend took the stand and the judge ordered cameras turned off. He told the court Metz swore and said, "I just shot a kid," and his gun went off. At the scene, he said Metz pointed the gun at them, likely to be at the core of the case over whether Metz was responsible for the shooting or not. There are 13 people hearing this case right now, 12 jurors and one alternate, and 12 of them are women. There's only one male. They did ask the judge a question today, wondering, did the gun have a safety? Not an external one, but it does have an internal striker safety lock. That striker is prevented from releasing until the trigger is fully pulled. In Jefferson County, I'm Alan Janae, covering Colorado First.